Hey, what's going on, guys? FJ Eric here. This is gonna be the van that we're taking out west. So this is gonna be all of our stuff. I've got my fridge in here that we're gonna be running most of our food off of, and then we've got a bunch of canned food and things like that. So we've got all of my parents' gear bags right up here, and then most of my stuff's gonna be on this side with camera gear. So we are actually gonna be leaving tonight. We're gonna try to get on the other side of Memphis. So let's go. Alright, so the first night in the van, we're stopped in Arkansas. The end goal is Joshua Tree, California. Temperature is 31 degrees. Parents are still trying to get situated in their bags right here. So we'll see how we sleep. Alright, so this is Mom and Dad. We all agreed last night that just our feet got cold, mainly. I think it ended up getting down to, what, 27? 27, 28, something like that. We normally try to do a family road trip or some type of trip every year right around Christmas. And I do have a younger brother, but he is in the military stationed overseas right now, so that's the reason he's not on this. Today we're trying to get to Texas, and then we'll find somewhere to camp out there. Alright guys, so we are only 1 mile away from Texas. We stopped at this little RV park, trying to set up everything right now. We do have a power hookup tonight, so we will be running this little heater. I also stopped and got a new sleep pad because mine was extremely thin. Don't even know the name on it. I think it's Pelican or something like that. I got for maybe 50 bucks. But this new one is actually REI brand, and it is a 4.7 R value. So I'm gonna try that out, especially when we start getting the tents out at the national parks and stuff. And I'll let y'all know how that does. But I think it's gonna be better for the quilt that I have. And also, the good thing about REI is if I don't like it or if it doesn't work out for me, I can always return it. So no worries there. So here are, this one's my old pad. This one's the new pad. Probably just gonna go ahead and throw this one down underneath, just like this though, because I've already got it pumped up. They're about the same length though, but this one does feel a lot better. I mean, this one's already just freezing, just standing out here though, for real. This one really doesn't feel like anything. So pretty cool. It's a pretty big difference. Alright, so one thing I do want to weigh in on real fast that I forgot to mention was the R value on the sleeping pads. The lower the R value is made more for warmer weather, and the higher the R value made for colder weather. A good rule of thumb that I've seen on most charts that you can just Google online is 5 and up they recommend for winter, and then anything below is going to be for the warmer months. So I'm going to start off with this really cheap pad. I think this was like $15. Wellax, maybe is how you pronounce the name. I just got it on Amazon. I would not recommend getting this one. I used it a few times during the summer, and I wasn't a fan at all. The thickness was okay, I guess, but really it's just not worth the money of $15. Spend a little bit more and get a little bit more. So I'm not even going to put this in the description because it's a waste. Now, the big pad that I had, the square pad that I was talking about, my old pad, this one was $50. Don't really know the R value on it. I'm going to say probably 2, if I had to guess. New pad, the REI one, is going to be this one. So huge difference in size. This one's a 4.7 R value. Now the reason I didn't go with a 5 was because they were just so much more expensive. And I wanted something that I could either backpack in or keep in my car, just something really, really small and portable. Most of the time, the higher the R value, the bigger the pad's going to be. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to take up and be as bulky like this one is. Now, this one was the more mummy style looking pad that I had, and I paid $129 for this one. just know the more money you spend on one, the smaller it's going to get generally. So best bang for the buck that I found, I mean, in stores right then and there, was going to be this one. Just wanted to mention that real fast because I forgot to on the trip. But as far as how this thing worked, though, I was extremely surprised. Now, another big part of sleeping in the winter, though, is going to be your sleeping bag. Not going to get too much into that right now, mainly because I'm still learning as I go. You can look up a bunch of stuff online, though, find some other YouTube videos, but I feel like based off your experience, you're going to learn a lot more. So, with my quilt, 15-degree quilt, and this 4.7 R value sleeping pad, everything worked really well. And even when it got down to under 10 degrees, I just went ahead and stacked both of those pads, so you get just a little bit more. But obviously, nobody wants to carry around 4 pads if you're trying to do really cold weather and low R value pads. So just keep that in mind. Just wanted to throw that in real fast because I forgot to mention it. But back to the program. Tomorrow we've got some places that we're actually going to stop at, Cadillac Ranch being one of them, One Cell Jill, a few other ones. Not really sure how far we're going to make it, just as long as we get to see those and get some good footage. So, night. Alright, so stop number 1 is still in Oklahoma. This is going to be the One Cell Jill. Hey, buddy.
Yes, this is people that have been in jail here.
This is basically the size cabin that I want already.
I know, but you can put your thing on there. I can video you.
This is going to be the Leaning Tower of Texas. All these cows out here looking at us. It's so flat. We're at the Cadillac Ranch. All we gotta do is just walk out. Kayak Ranch was pretty cool. Wish I could have got a little bit more drone footage, but it's just so windy out here. We got about 2 hours to Ghost Town in New Mexico, and then we'll just find somewhere to camp there. Yeah, it's not really what I was expecting.
I know.
That other one might be better.
So we're at an RV park right outside. I don't even know where we're at. Alright, so we're at an RV park in New Mexico, about 16 miles from Arizona, and just took a shower, pretty hot shower here. Funny thing is about getting ready, or like getting everything ready for the shower, my parents probably took about 20 minutes to grab all their stuff. I mean, they had like clothes for like 2 days, and like their bags, and like everything else, and I literally just grabbed flip-flops and a pair of underwear, and I'm good to go. You're also probably wondering why we haven't ate anything on camera, and that's because we haven't ate. I'm just kidding. We brought a bunch of food to cook and everything, but I forgot, or I brought my stove and I forgot the adapter to the propane, so we haven't been able to use that. We've just pretty much been using, or pretty much been eating, just like snack, candy, peanuts, chips, a little bit of fast food where we can find something, but yeah, so tomorrow we should be able to grab one of those adapters, and then I'll be able to cook for y'all, just like normal. Not even really sure what all food we have here, but we do have a bunch. Alright, so right now I'm just setting up everybody's sleeping bag, waiting for them to get back.
This is my liner. It's just like a bed sheet. This Ozark Trail is like my bed liner. It's basically just like a bed sheet, got it at Walmart. I don't know how I got this thing in here. Me or her? There we go.
So we've got just a few stops in Arizona tomorrow, but we should be in Joshua Tree by tomorrow night, and maybe even sleeping in a tent. Bless you. So it's right at 6 a.m. Temperature is showing 7 degrees. Last night it was showing that it was only going to get down to about 11. But there was ice on the window and everything when we woke up this morning. I went to the bathroom to brush my teeth and whatnot, and even my beard oil was frozen. So that's pretty crazy. We're about to head over to Winslow, Arizona, but the sunrise should be really, really cool this morning. isn't very bright. All right, we made it. We're officially in California, right outside of Joshua Tree, a little bit north. Staying at this spot that's called North BLM Land Joshua Tree, something like that. All right, so earlier we stopped to grab some firewood, and my parents got a grill, so we'll be using that.
Well, I thought they were over here.
So this is the piece that I forgot. And my parents are trying to upgrade all their camping and getting all the latest technology and camping gear, so they just went ahead and got the stove. He's putting the legs on right now. It's a lot warmer tonight than it was last night. What's it supposed to get down to tonight? Like mid 40s? Yeah, so super crazy. I'm gonna break the tent out. Y'all remember how clean it was? Looks like a bomb went off. Alright, so this is my Marmot Bolt. It's a 2-person tent. Ultra light. This is how small it gets down to. Only weighs 2 pounds. That's with the stakes and everything. So super cool for backpacking if y'all do any of that. And also a huge fan of Marmot. I think their stuff is really reasonable priced and very, very durable. Also, here's a little hack for any backpackers and stuff. So those stakes that they give you with the tent, yeah, they're really light, but they suck. So this is what I do. Buy those really durable ones, and then I just cut them in half, grind them down to the point, and that way you can push them in with your foot. You don't have to worry about them bending. You can pull them out with your hand, super easy. So just a little hack for y'all. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh no, I'm missing one stake. Alright, so I'm missing one stake for the very front. I'll show you how that works in just a second. But probably no worries on that. should have clipped it in that back thing first. Yeah, the sand's pretty soft. My steak just came out. It's probably... Okay, so that last little bit comes to this one out here, and then you're able to keep your gear underneath. But like I said, I think it'll be all right for tonight. No worries. Nice and new. No grease spots or anything. All right, what do you got going?
I'm doing some grilled chicken with some chicken flavored broccoli rice.
Alright. I didn't think to bring my light like that.
Yeah.
Works wonders for the camera.
I gotta get my thing out.
So see, plenty of room for 2 people. Or plenty of room for 1 person.
Oh. Hey, it's still good. It's still good.
No, it's not good. It worked. Grill marks look a little better on that side. I guess because it's too cool out here.
We're using these forks.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I brought my camp fork, but no.
Yeah, I'll take a water.
Fire's going good now.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all in the wood. Wow, rice is really hot.
Try to Google to do it.
I didn't mark on the map.
Alright, so you're probably wondering why we had this fire ring and table and stuff if it's BLM land. Well, a dude just came up and told us that this was not the BLM spot. So, the spot that we were supposed to be at was Joshua Tree, BLM Land, just like I said before. And I read the reviews and everything, and they already had fire rings out, yada yada. So everything was described exactly like this place. But we're only like a block away. I'm using the Free Roam app, and we are literally about a block away. I don't know if you won't be able to tell on here. But so this one's called Sunflower Road, Joshua Tree. And I just read the review on it, and the dude was saying basically the same thing I just told you. So, unfortunately, we did end up paying for tonight, since we were already set up. But definitely going to be a little bit more careful tomorrow and these next few days. That way we make sure we don't get on anybody else's property. Alright, everybody else is already in bed, so I think I'm going to do the same. We're going to try to go do some hikes at Joshua Tree tomorrow, which should be pretty cool. So pretty stoked for that. Really good.